gentlemen, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys exactly how to sign your first client within 30 days of starting freelance brand scaling. All the information I'm about to be sharing with you guys in this video is up to date and what I'm actively using right now in my own marketing agency, which is now generating me over 6 figures per month. The goal of this video is to waste as little time as humanly possible, and that's exactly what we're doing by diving into the best outreach method of 2026 by far, which is Instagram cold outreach. Now, ultimately, you have one of two options here. You can create a fresh Instagram account to get started or use an existing one. The choice is ultimately up to you and what you feel more comfortable with, but I'm obviously going to suggest that you use an existing one because it's going to look a lot more credible over these next couple steps we're about to go over. Now, the next step is finding the niches that you guys want to target. If you guys already have some set aside, amazing. If not, honestly, just use ChatGPT to generate maybe 3 niches that you guys want to target that is in your area specifically, all right? And I'll get to that later in this video. The system itself is easy, and I've talked about it a dozen times, and that's sending 50 messages every single day without failure and building consistency, because consistency is key in this business model. Plain and simple. If you send 50 messages for 1 or 2 days of the week, you're not going to have as good of results as somebody who's usually doing it maybe 6 days a week or more, right? So you want to spread out those 50 messages every other couple hours or so you guys can avoid the temporarily DM ban that Instagram usually gives out if you send too many messages too quickly. They'll usually give you like a 24 to 48 hour ban in DMs, and you're not able to send any messages at all, which is ruining that consistency factor which we just talked about. Okay. Now, how do you actually respond to these business owners if they do seem interested? Once again, I'm going to be honest with you guys, it's using ChatGPT. It's quick, it's fast, it's easy, and it's going to give you professional responses, which is exactly what business owners are looking for at the end of the day, okay? Now, here's why it's going to work, all right? Business owners are always checking their DMs on their business pages because they're looking for leads that they could potentially close on their services. If you're bumping up in their inbox very frequently, they're probably going to give you at least some sort of response, which you can hopefully convert into getting on a meeting, which we'll talk about here in a second, okay? Method 2, in which I rank second, is going to be cold calling, all right? Now, there's a few things you're going to need for this, but ultimately, at the end of the day, I can help you guys with all of them. And the first thing is going to be using a lead scraper. If you guys need one, I'm going to recommend one. You guys can just DM me on Instagram. I'll send it to you guys for completely for free. As well as the cold calling script, I'll also be providing for you guys in this video. It's in one of my other videos you guys can go check out as well. But using a solid script, a lead scraper, and just having a phone that has service, that's as simple as literally that right there. Once again, similar to the Instagram, you're going to want to build consistency off this. At first, you may be a little bit nervous because you're speaking to random people you never talked to before. But as time goes by, as you put more reps, you're honestly going to get better and better, okay? The goal is to call these service-based business owners and get them on a meeting once again as soon as humanly possible. On those calls, you want to be hearing every single little problem that they have. If they said that they've already worked with marketing agencies before, or they're just not getting consistent leads, or anything along the lines of that, you want to make sure that you're noting that, because that's going to be very important when it comes to the actual closing call, okay? As time goes by, you're going to build confidence when doing cold calling, and if you're doing, like I said, 50 of them a day, you're probably going to have at least one person who might be interested into it, okay? Especially if you're getting these guys on free week trials, they're probably going to be even more interested than just pitching them on a retainer, all right? Now, the goal of outreach itself is to get these guys on a meeting, all right? You don't want to keep them in the DMs. You don't want to keep them on the phone. You don't want to do follow-ups or anything like that. You want them to get on a meeting as fast as humanly possible because they are still warm and still interested in your services if they gotten that far, right? Whoops, didn't mean to hit my mic there. Now, what you're going to be doing on the meeting is you're going to be identifying all of their pain points and using them literally against them, all right? I know it sounds bad, but ultimately what we're trying to do is provide them a solution here to their problems, and we have it. And it's Facebook and Instagram ads, okay? Most of these businesses are not getting consistent leads. They're probably relying on word of mouth, business cards. Maybe you have a terrible website. The list goes on and on and on, right? When you pitch them on Facebook and Instagram ads, something that's scalable and predictable, you can literally see on the dashboard right there, they got new leads. They know exactly where it's coming from. Whereas business owners that don't, they're literally just waiting for that next sale. They don't even know where it's coming from. It's just random. And that's not what they want, right? And that's exactly what we're going to pitch them on, is exactly what I said. Facebook and Instagram ads, and just building that consistency factor between them, okay? Now, here's how you're going to actually close these clients, all right? Once you guys get them on the meeting, the goal is to close them. If it's on a week free trial, amazing. If you can convince them enough to get them on a retainer, even better, all right? Because then you're already going to have that first client, and it's going to be a paying one, okay? On this call, like I said, mentioned before, you're going to need to use your pain points against them, all right? If they work with other agencies in the past that wasn't good, or they've done so many other things before in the past for marketing, it just hasn't worked out for them, you need to give them a solution, on this, okay? You'd be saying, well, we can do all this for you. We'll run it for a free week trial to see if you're satisfied before we get paid $1, right? If you deliver good results for these business owners, they're going to obviously convert into actual paying ones, all right? If you do on a free week trial and you generate them, let's say 30 leads, and you're feeling pretty confident about it, they're getting sales, they're getting closes, they're satisfied, then you can obviously pitch them on $1,000 a month retainer and or more. Honestly, even if you're a beginner, I'm starting to recommend to people to just at least start charging $1,000 or more minimum, okay? Because it's a lot of work at the end of the day. Services are very valuable to these business owners, okay? Once you have a few people that are interested and you end up closing them on a week free trial or even a retainer, things can add up very quickly here. And this is how you're actually going to be scaling long term. And what I've actually done for my own marketing agency is the more clients you land, obviously the more money you're going to make. All right. Think about it. If you land 1 to 3 clients at, let's just say, I don't know, $1,000 a month, right? Anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 a month. And I know most of you guys are watching this video, maybe new beginners and maybe working a normal job or something along the lines of that. That is $3,000 a month right there off of 3 people. That's it. And that is probably more than what most of you guys are making right now at your normal 9 to 5. Pretty insane, right? And I'm telling you, it gets even crazier. And this is exactly what it's done for me. Think about 5 to 10 clients, $1,000, $2,000 a month. Could be anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 a month. Double that, okay? $10,000 to $20,000 a month. Think about how crazy that is for a second, okay? So the consistency factor, what I mentioned before earlier in this video, is very important because if you want to get more clients, you're going to have to be putting in more outreach every single day. Now, eventually you could outsource these. So essentially people things like DM setters or cold callers, which is what I'm doing right now. For example, I have somebody that's in my DMs every single day that is at least doing 50 minimum every single day and even responding to the business owners for me so I don't have to lay a finger, and I pay this person like $300 a month. Pretty fair, and especially because I had so many clients before in the past, I'm able to fork out the money for it. And that's exactly what you guys will be able to do as you guys sign a few people and you get them under retainer and you have some capital to start reinvesting back into it. Some of the first things I'd recommend is start delegating in towards a team, you know? So the actual secret weapon here to make the most money possible and to get as much clients as possible is through social media. I've talked about it a million times before. That's exactly why you guys are watching this video right now, is because I built a good enough social media. I'm consistent. I'm posting my results. And that's exactly what you guys need to be doing. If you generate a client, good results, you need to be posting about it on social media. You need to be posting it on Instagram stories, on your highlights, on TikTok, even YouTube shorts. You need to be expanding to every single possible platform out there. The more eyes, the more chances you have of landing a new client, and more importantly, an inbound lead rather than an outbound lead. Inbound leads are people that are usually a lot more warm. They're interested in paying usually any price as long as it's reasonable, and they feel a lot more trustworthy in you because they've already seen you before. You're not just some random person approaching their business, okay? So ultimately, at the end of the day, what you could do is, like I said, delegate, get a team, obviously post on social media. If you're doing the Instagram and cold calling every single day, those are the best outreach methods right now, by far, okay? The other ones are decent, but they're not as good as these two. And this is the fastest I've seen most people actually sign their first client is within Instagram and cold calling, all right? Cold calling is obviously a little bit difficult for some people. They don't have the confidence to kind of hop on the call. Some of them people get shy and they freeze up. But ultimately, if you put in good reps, you will 100% sign somebody on cold calling as well. So ultimately, at the end of the day, the goal here is to just build consistency with doing outreach every single day. Even if it's not on Instagram, you want to branch out to things maybe even like Facebook. Consistency is key in this business model. You're not going to sign somebody quick if you're not putting in the reps, plain and simple. You can't give up after day 1 or day 2 or day 3, day 4. You need to be going at it every single day, because eventually it'll all pay off once you get like $1,000 a month retainer. After you put in a couple weeks of work, that's solid right there, okay? And if you guys have any sort of questions from this video, make sure to comment down below. I'll answer every single one of them. Like I said, at the end of the day, the goal is to build consistency here. That's how you're going to sign your first client and all your future clients as well, all right? Now, if you guys are looking for a cold call script, if you guys are looking for a cold DM script, or even a lead scraper, as I mentioned earlier, please, guys, feel free to DM me on Instagram. I'll send them for completely free. I'm here to help you guys out. My Instagram will be down below in the description. I'll be more than happy to assist you guys and help you guys on your brand scaling journey. As is, if you guys are interested in actually working with me one-on-one, the first link down below in the description is where you guys can apply to work with me. I'll be helping you guys hands-on, showing you guys exactly how to sign your first client or even scale up and build your own marketing agency. Like I said, make sure to click out that first link down below. But aside from that, guys, that's pretty much all for this video. I hope this guys help you out. Like I said, once again, please, guys, build consistency. consistency, get on social media, start posting. I promise you will sign your client within at least 30 days minimum. I'm willing to bet on that. All right. So appreciate all you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless. Peace.